morning, guys. Today is Sunday, but when you guys are seeing this video, it's Monday, so happy Monday. It's 10 o'clock. I'm getting ready to go to brunch with my girls. Super excited, by the way. There's this brunch spot in Atlanta off Cascade Road called Milk and Honey. I put the information in the description box below. I first went there with my girl Tabitha. She and her friend, we all went there when she was in town, and it was so good. So I'm so happy that I get to go back. I actually wanted to do a mukbang for Milk and Honey during Vlogmas, and now I get to go, so I'm excited. I'm meeting friends there, Tan, which you guys have seen. Well, you saw her in the meetup vlog from this year. And Alexis, she was in the meetup vlog as well. So we are all gonna have a girls brunch day. I'm super excited about that. This is the moisturizer I'm putting on, the Belief Aqua Bomb. Y'all know that's my shit. And then I put the Dior One Essential Serum on. I'm not super crazy about this, but it cost a pretty penny, so I am using it up. I will not repurchase it though, just because I don't find that it's that great. I mean, it was when I first tried it years ago, but not anymore. So one of you guys requested that I do Sephora story times, so I figured I would get ready a little earlier. And let me get your YouTube name so I can shout you out. Because honey, do I have story times from Sephora. So her name is Simply C100. So girl. So the first storyline, the first story time that comes to mind. Goodness, am I getting new gray hair every day? Like, where did you come from? This first story time. So I worked at a Sephora inside JCPenney, and so a lot of older people would come into the JCPenney store in Peru, Sephora, and there was this particular lady that everyone knew was kind of off. She came in one night and she was just being so nasty and so rude. So nasty and so rude. There were some Muslim customers in the store, and she just walked up to them and started talking shit. And there's one thing I'm not gonna let happen, and it's being disrespectful to people just because of differences in like culture or religion. So I politely told her that, you know, if she wanted to harass my other clients, she can do that on the other side of Sephora walls. Like, you're not gonna do that in Sephora. So she decided to go back and forth with me, whatever. I just stood there and smiled while I politely asked her to leave, because you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna make people feel uncomfortable and be hateful. And at this time, the store closed at 9. It was probably 8:30. So by 8 o'clock, I'm already ready to go and not in the mood. So maybe she left, and maybe 10 minutes later, we get a call on the radio that some older woman is lost getting out of the store. So apparently she had dementia or something. And when she came up the stairs, she was like, "Help, how do I get out?" Y'all, I just stood there and looked at her like, I don't know, girl. Like, this is why you should be nicer to people. Like, she was going in on the other clients, like being so rude. And I don't have tolerance for that, y'all. I just feel like we're all human. You don't have to agree with everyone's choices, but you can't just walk up to people and start being rude. Now, maybe that was part of her losing her mind or something. I don't know. But she had a daughter in the store with her, and I just told her, like, you know, maybe you should keep a closer eye on your mother, because she's out here harassing folks, and I would hate for a little old lady to get beat up. You know, that is never the goal. So that was one story. There was also a lady and a man who were like notorious for coming into the JCPenney store and switching tags on things and trying to return them. And he looked like he was probably a guy who, how can I say this? takes women in to kind of make money off of them, and she looked like she was one of his supporters, and it was just a lot. And as soon as they would come in the store, it will always just be a huge fiasco. Like literally they would put a $5.99 clearance sticker on like a Keurig, and they would get mad when they couldn't return it. And I'm like, sis, everyone knows that Keurig was not oh no, they would try to buy it. It's like everyone knows a Keurig is not gonna go on clearance for $5. Let's see, what else? There was, oh my gosh, there was a time somebody scammed me. So this guy came in the store, and it was probably like around from November to December time. So during that time, you will see people come in the store and drop like hundreds of dollars on stuff because they're buying gifts. But he came into the store, and he went to the fragrance wall, and he was just like, I'll take this, and I'll take this, and I'll take this, and I'll take this. And I'm the type of salesperson, like, I don't care whether you look like you have on ratty pants and shirt or $1,000 suit. Like, I'm gonna treat you the same, because I don't judge people based on how they look versus how much money I think they're gonna spend. And I feel like even if you don't look like you're here to spend money, you should still get the respect of somebody being nice to you. So I'm helping him out, and he's just like throwing stuff in the bag. And I'm like, okay, you know, do your thing. He said that he was going back home next month, and he wanted to bring lots of gifts with him. So he wanted to know like the really popular fragrance. So I was helping him out. We get to checkout. He has like 3 baskets full of fragrance. And one of my other coworkers steps in, and she's like, hold on, let me help you. And I'm like, okay, girl, do your thing. Like, fine with me. Just make sure I get the little credit for this purchase. And she asked to see his Beauty Insider card, and his Beauty Insider card, the name on it didn't match the name he was trying to use on the credit card. So basically it turned out that he was committing fraud, and he had stolen someone's JCPenney card, and he was going to go in Sephora and buy all this fragrance and then sell it. Now, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, of course I can imagine that being a thing, but I don't steal, and I don't like steal and go sell stuff. So in my mind, you want to spend $2,000 on fragrance, hey, be my guest. Like, I love fragrance too. So that was really interesting. And after that point, like, anybody who came in the store to do all that, like, I would always ask for their Beauty Insider card and really check. And what happened was, because the names didn't match up, he was like, oh, well, let me go out to the car and get a different card. And then of course he never came back. So stuff like that was always funny. The antics people would try to play to really steal stuff was just like ridiculous. There was a woman who would come in the store every Thursday and literally empty out the fragrance, not the fragrance, but like the higher price serums. So she would bring this over to like the mirror station, bring her own container, and stand there and pump it out. Now, that's technically not stealing, because according to LP, she wasn't like taking the bottle, but she would stand there and pump it out. And at that point, there was nothing you could literally say. Like, I'm not going to argue with you, girl. If you want to steal all that serum, you know, I'll try to persuade you not to by asking you if you need help and such, but you know, do your thing, girl. So there were always those people. There was a lady who came in the store all the time, bless her heart. She was so sweet. I think she was a former JCPenney associate. She was just, I loved her to death. Like, I can't even remember her name, but she was just so sweet. I loved her. But she would always come in and ask for fragrance samples of Versace Eros for men. And if you know anything about, hi baby, if you know anything about that fragrance, it is so strong. And the one thing I hated doing at Sephora was making fragrance samples, because it would get all over your fingers, and then you would smell like whatever fragrance that was all day long. And that one was hard because it was so strong. But she's so sweet, like you couldn't tell her no. But every time she walked in the store, you knew what she was coming over to say. Can I get 2 fragrance samples for my husband? And at that point I was like, girl, can you just buy the fragrance? But you know, you can't say that to people. And I think the whole time I worked there, she actually bought it once. So shout out to her. She was a sweetie pie. I hope she's Still doing well. She was just such a sweet lady. Let's see, do I have any more stories from Sephora? There would be guys that would come in and try to like take me out after work. Nobody I was interested in though. There was an old guy that there was an older guy that tried to take me out for coffee. He was so cute in like a cute way. So it was definitely interesting. I will say though that if you want to work in a Sephora, this is just my opinion, this is no shade for Sephora inside JCPenney, but I personally wouldn't do a JCPenney Sephora, just because you're now under the guidelines of Sephora and JCPenney, so you have to open credit accounts. And I'm the worst salesperson because I don't really care about numbers. I want you to be happy. So I would be that girl to be like, oh, you know what? It's actually better at MAC, so go down to MAC. And of course you can't do that, but you know, I'll take you to the side and just politely tell you, because when you really have something in your mind to get and I show you something, I'm not gonna make it seem like it's so awesome just to meet our Urban Decay goal for the day. So that was one reason why I realized quickly that sales is not for me, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Hey baby, what's on your mouth? What's on your mouth? So yeah, sales is definitely not for me. I'm not a sales girl. I can sell you a product, but I'm also going to be extremely honest. Like if I have on this lipstick and we don't sell it in Sephora, they would say, oh, well say it's this. But then if you get it and you come back to the store, you're gonna be mad. So I'll tell you what it is. Like, and I feel like those type of people, those type of salespeople, it's not always so great for the numbers in the business, but I gain your trust. And so maybe at a later date, if you are looking for something that we sell, you're gonna come back and shop with me, because I'm gonna be honest. Let's see, there was always this lady who would come in, like I said, the store closed at 9:30 or 9. She would always come in around like 8:45 and want to be matched for Bare Minerals loose like foundation. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I can't find my color. And at that time I was just like, girl, maybe there's no color for you. Like if you have ever worked in retail, you know the struggle of people coming in right before you close. And like if I go into Sephora 8:30 and beyond, I know what I want. I'm not coming in at 8:30 to ask for a makeover, because she would ask that. And by that time, especially some days, like you're in the store by yourself, you're trying to close the registers, clean up, and this person is trying to get a makeover and try on makeup. And it's just like, ma'am, how about you make an appointment? I can get you in tomorrow. I can spend a whole 2 hours getting you straight. But I guess some people just don't think about that. Like, as much as you want to shop, we want to go home. But those are pretty much the bulk of the story times I have about Sephora. What else? That's about it. I loved my co-workers for the most part. But you know, I learned quickly that I'm not a salesperson. Like I rather people be happy than me just force things down your throat to make a sales goal. Like I really don't care about sales goals that much. Like I shouldn't be in sales, that's it. And the thing with JCPenney Sephora was we didn't work off commission. So whatever I sell, it gets noted in the back end, but I don't get a commission for it, which is okay. But the people higher up at Sephora, like the managers in the store, they get bonuses based on what you sell. And I just feel like those bonuses should trickle down. I mean, I think if you met your goal by a certain percentage every month, you could get a bonus. But you know, I think if the store overall does well, everyone should get a bonus. It's just that type of thing that I was just like, this is not gonna work. And then at the time, the manager wanted me to do makeovers, and doing makeup for other people is so tough. Not only is it harder because this is not your own face that you have experience with, but you know, the makeup girls, they don't play about their makeup. And I just never really wanted to get into doing makeup. That was just never a goal of mine. I'd rather sell you makeup. And so they were trying to basically force me to become certified to do makeovers. And that was when I was like, joke's on you guys, because I don't actually have to be a makeup artist. I have other things that I'm skilled in. So that's pretty much why I left. And because I didn't like the policies and procedures at the JCPenney, Sephora, and I felt like there was no room to grow. Everybody, well, most people had been in their roles and there for a long time, and the people at the top were just staying, and like, I'm not just gonna keep working at Sephora if there's no growth in it. So that's why your girl left. And honestly, like, I missed my friends there, but I'm really glad that I left, because like I said, I was never going to grow there. And I think that's an important thing to know, like, when your time with a company is up. Yeah, those are my little Sephora story times. It was a good experience overall. Like, I learned a lot about, you know, dealing with different people in the workplace, how to negotiate and talk to people to get the most out of that experience. I learned a lot about products and skill, but overall, I just realized that, yeah, I'm just really not into selling makeup. Sure aren't. I'm gonna use my same concealer from yesterday. This is the Too Faced Super Coverage. I'm not gonna put on a ton. This is not like a boozy brunch place. This is more of like a family brunch place. And it's kind of casual, so I'm not even gonna get like dressed up. Where's the phone? Let's see what we're doing on time. Okay, so yeah, but don't let me discourage anyone from working at Sephora. I think overall these standalone Sephoras are just a little better of an experience. You get more education there. Like, when I started working at Sephora, I wanted to work there to really grow my craft and evolve as a makeup artist, even though I never want to do makeup. But basically, like, I wanted to learn new techniques as far as makeup. I wanted to receive education. And if you work at a standalone Sephora, like let's say Lancome would actually come in one day and they would provide education. Like, we didn't get that in Sephora inside JCPenney. Now, they have Sephora inside JCPenney beauty educators that will come in and provide education, but I wanted education from the brand reps. Like, that's the type of stuff I like, but we never got that. And I just felt like that really wasn't fair, because we're still selling the same products that standalone Sephora sell. So yeah, and if I could go back at Sephora, I would only do it to be a beauty educator, because like, that is my love. I love educating people. I don't really like selling, but I can talk all day about retinol and skincare and proper technique. Like, I like the teaching aspect of it. So that's my little Sephora story. But that phase of my life is over. It was fun while it lasted, though. It was a nice thing to do. I worked at Sephora after I got my master's, so it was nice to do something where it wasn't tied to my intelligence, and it was just something fun. It was like my gap year outside of getting my master's, and I did appreciate that time, and I liked it. I met a lot of great people. I met one of my best friends to this day. She was actually a manager at the store, and yeah, so I got a lot out of it. So that's why I always tell people, like, even if you go through things in life where you have different experiences and they're not preferred, you always get great things out of it if it's not just, you know, the growing pains, because I think those are all important parts of our journey. So yeah, I always am appreciative of that time at Sephora, but it definitely taught me more about myself as a makeup artist, or in the beauty industry / community. It taught me what I wanted and didn't want out of a company that I wanted to work for. So it was a good experience, but in different ways. So I'm gonna finish putting on my little bit of makeup, and I will see you guys when I get ready. I don't want to make this too long, because I know yesterday the get ready was like more than half of the video. So I'll see you guys when I'm ready. So So I just wanted to share with you guys what I'm wearing today for brunch. These are the 7 jeans from my haul. I will link them down below. They are freaking awesome. They fit perfectly. The length is great. Ignore all the stuff on my floor. Y'all, I need to clean up, but that's neither here nor there. This wrap shirt that I was actually supposed to show, I was supposed to show this in the haul because I did get it from Forever 21. It's a little low cut, but I'm going to brunch with my girls, so that's okay. And I'm probably just gonna throw on a jacket on top. You guys, I was supposed to use this again today and I forgot. So I'm gonna have to put on makeup next week so that I can try out the Fenty foundation because I really want to see how it works, but I just can't remember to use it. So I'm just gonna throw on a scarf, y'all know that's my thing, and try to find a jacket to wear and some shoes to wear. I really miss, ooh, maybe I will wear these. I've never worn these. These are by A New Day from Target, and they're like little Oxford loafer things. I really am not happy that it's fall because I really just want to wear slides. So let me find something to put on my feet. I think, no, I don't want my feet to be that covered up. This is so hard. You guys, I've been trying to get ready and I can't stop looking at myself in these jeans. They fit perfectly. I'm going to link them down below. If you guys remember, these are the 7 tummyless jeans that I actually got for $30 from eBay. Look at even the back pocket. Can you see? Like, when I shop for jeans, everything matters. Like, the back pockets are perfect. The wash is perfect. The length is perfect. The fit is perfect. Oh my goodness. And these jeans are regularly $98. I wouldn't pay $98, but they're awesome. They fit so well. Oh, I'm hooked. So I'm going to link them down below. Nordstrom is actually having a lot of their 7 plus size jeans on sale right now. They're price matched probably from Macy's because Macy's is having 30% off for like a friends and family discount. Oh, girl, I'm in love with these jeans. And I hate wearing jeans because as a curvy girl, they're just not comfortable. Like, they're either too stretchy or too like tight knit. Like, I have to have a lot of stretch in my thighs because my thighs are very large. And I don't like anything too high-waisted because like I don't really have a bottom like that. And I don't want to look like I just have a long butt. And oh my gosh, they're so comfortable. And they don't feel like the fabric that after 5 hours is gonna super stretch out. Y'all, I gotta get my life together. This is my fragrance of the day. I really wanted something light and fruity, and this smells like green apples. You like it, Muffin? Love this. Okay, I finally got ready. Is that my battery? So I'm wearing my Louis Vuitton Logomania scarf. This is, bless you. This is actually a color from years ago. I'm sure it's been discontinued now. I'm gonna be taking my Gucci Soho Disco because it matches. And I've settled on these shoes. Settling being the operative word. These are my Tory Burch, don't know the name of them, flats. I did haul them on my channel because I got these years and years ago. But am I the only person who hates the way their feet look in flats? Like, these make my feet look so wide. Like, I think I need a point toe flat. Oh well, okay. I'm gonna go so that I can get Chloe her food and water so that I don't forget, so that my baby is not at home starving and dehydrated, because last night I got home and she kept barking and I was like, why is my dog barking? And then I follow her and she's just barking and looking at her water bottle stand and looking up at me, and I'm like, oh shit, I filled up her water bottle yesterday and left it by the sink. So I need to pay attention, but I will see you guys when I get to the restaurant. I'm so excited. I'm so hungry. The food's gonna be so yummy. I can't wait to see my friends. So we finally made it in after our long wait, but we were able to have some good girl chat. This is the menu. So I think I'm gonna get a red velvet waffle. because I've had that. And I think I'm gonna get the crab hash.
Miscommunication. They was gonna put a party 6 right here. I was gonna have y'all at 4 to 6. I'm
That's
just
fine.
clean that off right
Okay,
now.
that's fine. Thank you. So yeah, the crab hash looks good. The shrimp and grits looks good too. Honestly, this looks good as well. I'm just hungry. But we're at brunch. There's Tan and Alexis. They look like sisters. So we got strawberry lemonade mimosas, which are everything. Tan got shrimp and grits, which looks perfect. Alexis got lobster and
grits.
wait.
You know, shrimp and grits and then lobster and grits.
I thought that was the
Lobster
gumbo.
gumbo.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I thought, okay. And then we both got red velvet waffles. Tan got the milk and honey. And we got their honey butter biscuits. Everything. Oh my God, it was so good. And then this is the crab hash, which I'm going to tear up. And I'm gonna eat all this food. So, I'm just leaving brunch. What time is it? 2:20. Y'all, that was such a good time. I'm so glad we decided to go out. It was so fun. The food was good. It was cold though, but I don't think that was anybody's fault but our server, because she was extremely slow, and the people who got to the table behind us after us ate before us. So I think that was homegirl's fault, but I would definitely go back. I have my leftovers and they're gonna taste twice as good warmed up, so I'm excited about that. But I'm just so glad we decided to go out. I love doing fun stuff like this sometimes as much as I love sitting at home. So thank you, Tan and Alexis. I think I'm just gonna go home. I don't think I'm gonna go work out because it's just way too cold and I just can't be bothered. But I will see you guys when I get home. When your microwave isn't working. I'm so hungry. I did think I'd be able to finish all this, but like as soon as I get home from going out to eat, I get hungry again. Like, I don't know what is wrong with me, but I'm hungry like every 2 hours. But you know what's awesome? I haven't wanted to take off my jeans yet. I'm telling you ladies, if you're plus size or if you're thick and you have large thighs, a large bottom, maybe even a small waist, these will probably work for you. Try 7 jeans. I usually take my jeans off as soon as I get home, but these are so comfortable without being too stretchy. Like, I'm hooked. I'm hooked on these $98 jeans, which sounds so crazy. How was your cookie muffin? Was it good? Was it yummy? Yeah. Come here. Okay, well, goodbye. So I think I'm going to watch some Christmas movies for the rest of the day. For dinner, I'm going to have my chicken piccata. Maybe smoke some hookah. I'm just gonna relax. It's really cold and rainy outside. I just don't feel like going to the gym. So yeah, I'll come back later on today if anything exciting happens. Well guys, I've been watching TV. I watched Married to Medicine. And what else? I'm watching Life Size right now. But it is freezing outside. I know you can't tell by my clothes, but I get very hot easily, so I like to be in not a lot of clothes and then snuggle up. I'm Bigelow. I like to snuggle up under a lot of like blankets and stuff. And I also was wearing my scarf and sitting in front of the fireplace. But I'm not doing anything, so I'm gonna stop vlogging here because it's gonna be really boring. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Hope you enjoyed the weekend vlogs. They're a lot more interesting than my regular week vlogs because I tend to be more social on the weekend. So yeah, oh, I want to show you guys this. It's kind of like weird to show because it's kind of like gross, but I got one of these. Does anybody know what this is? It's one of those foot file things that they use when you get a pedicure sometimes. So I recently discovered that there's no need for me to spend $25 to $30 to get a pedicure every so often, because I can do it less frequently, like once every other month, and I can take care of my feet at home. I have cuticle trimmers. I'm going to get a nail drill, and I can just use this to buff out my feet because around my heels they get like, it's probably called a callus, like tough skin, just because my feet are really, really dry. Like if I probably put my foot cream on nightly, it would help, but like I'm lazy and then I don't want to have to put socks on because I get hot. So I'm gonna start doing my own pedicures at home because I have a foot bath that I bought my mother years ago, and I have all the polish I could need and foot cream, and I can trim my cuticles myself. So yeah. So I'll be doing this at some point next week, but I got this from Amazon and I will link it down below if anyone is interested. It's by the brand Recons. So yeah, and on that note, I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.